Guys, and welcome back to my YouTube channel. My name is Opalua Christiana, and I feel about how life is a process and we are all in it together. And in today's video, I'm actually so pumped because this is a topic that's been in my mind for like the longest time. So from the thumbnail, you must have seen that we want to talk about the Christian girl and her emotions. Trust me, my eyes are seeing in this life. So if this looks like what you want to watch, chill back and we'll be right. Today I'm bringing a sister that is close to heart to come and have this conversation with me. I know that you clicked on this video because you feel like it was important, because you feel like it will help you, and trust me, this is a conversation that I really want us to have. An average girl that is a church attendee that you know is committed to God really has this problem with managing her emotions when it comes to relationship, because there's no clear templates surrounding emotions and the average Christian girl. Too many things are happening, so I want to talk about it. I brought somebody here today to come and talk about it with us, and I really hope you enjoy. Okay, welcome Amy to the channel. Welcome Amy. Thank you for honoring our invite. I'm going through a lot in my YouTube life right now, so filming is something that gives me joy. So welcome Amy. Amy is a Christian sister. She's a person that is devoted to the things of the Lord.
Oh my God.
And today she's here to divide the word of truth for us. She's here to divide the word of truth for us. So I'm just going to be asking her questions and she's going to be responding. Oh, do you want to introduce yourself?
Yes, of course.
Okay.
Welcome back to our YouTube channel. If you are new here, welcome.
Subscribe. Make sure you subscribe.
Please make sure you press that red button and on your notification.
Thank you very much.
So my name is Amy, as I said. Feku Amy. I'm a Christian girl, as she said, but don't mind. Oh, she just put everything. I'm a lover of God. I love God and everything in between, and you know.
Yo, this Christian race.
Yes.
We are moving on. Because as Christian girls, do you feel like our emotions are valid? And I'm asking like 17-year-old Christian girl, not like because sometimes do you think our feelings are valid? Like the 100 level you, were your feelings valid?
Okay, the 100 level me. I love the fact that she said 70-year-old. Like he rang a bell in me. Like that's true, you know. It is valid though. My 100 level me, my feelings were legit valid, because please excuse me, I'm human and
exactly.
I have emotions, like blood is running in my vein. So it is valid. You're 17, no matter your age. You are a child, people feel like it is valid. Your emotions are legit valid. You have all the rights.
Thank
to have
you.
Emotions.
See, thank you very much. So because like this is like the first question I even want us to answer. Like let's even trust it. Is it valid? Because I know that sometimes you just you can actually be liking somebody as a Christian, and then you are praying every devil should take away negative thoughts from your mind, and then it's just like but this guy is sweet to you. I mean, your emotions are actually supposed to be valid. So if you come across this channel, this video, the first question we're trying to answer is that yes, your emotions are actually valid. Like Amy has said, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, till you get that man that is actually going to walk down the aisle with, your emotions are valid.
Yes,
don't you're not so. It's because every popular person's story you have heard, maybe the guy heard from God, then the guy went to go and meet the girl, and then that's when the started working on the relationship. Does not mean that you are sitting in your house liking one guy that you are now a child of the devil.
No.
Your emotions
that doesn't
even
make you a child of the devil.
Exactly.
Because excuse me, like even if I even look at it very well, even a 15-year-old child, even children in secondary school, like GS1, they're having somebody that they think that they like. And they're still children, like even primary school. See, every this is just running in our vein. I feel like it's just running in our vein. You can't walk past that. You cannot say you want to be on this head and you will not have emotions. It's not possible. So it has to be valid.
So your feelings are valid. That's on period. Okay, the second question is that let's talk about the transitioning from you are too small to have a guy in your life to when I play OTD seriously that okay, I think I have a problem. You know, when it gets to that point where your HOD in church is the one asking you that are you going out with somebody? Then you know because how do I pay money problem? You ask about that.
Oh.
That's if I have problem. That's if
yes.
Yeah, like let's talk about it basically.
Okay, talking about that, I just feel like, my dear, you know when one time in your life people start telling you, quit it so time. It's not time to be in a relationship.
And do you know why? Okay, sorry to cut you short. Do you know why I called Amy? Because I didn't want to call somebody that I've not been part of their story. I've literally lived with Amy for 4 years, so we have grown together from those 100-level girls that are jam bites to understanding that when I plan to sign out. You understand? I want somebody that hits close to home. You get so. I can understand when she's trying to say that transition from you are too small to this boyfriend thing is actually a need, I need to be in a relationship. So let's talk about it. What's your view?
As I was saying that you know, from that place of it's not yet time. You should focus on your education now. Education is maybe they tell you focus on God. You are how old are you? Okay, like me that I enter school 16,
like 17 exactly.
And you know, and the next thing in my mind is like, okay, let me come and flex in school. You know, the normal, you know, you might not really say it out, but somewhere in you wants to flex.
Like, all the lucky they have done.
Like
at
now,
this point.
I'm alone. Nobody's watching. Nobody's watching my back. And excuse me, please. And I feel like, okay, this boyfriend, see.
One boy is nice to me. One Christian brother is being nice to me.
So me, I went into it like, okay, let's even do this. Okay, first of all, people I dated at first on your level, they were really, really not in quotes Christians. But I understood like. But you know, in the midst of you dating somebody and your mommy will call you and say, "Yo, mom, it's not yet time for all that. Let's face our education. They want you to have good grades, and they feel like you feeling like you want to be in a relationship at that time is going to distract you. So I understand the feeling of it's not yet time at that age. But at the same time, I know that from the general way of saying that at this age you should be in a relationship, at this age you shouldn't be in a relationship. There's just this general way of it. So, you know, and this general way makes everybody feel like, okay, I'm 16, I'm 17.
It's a sin.
Yes, it's a sin. Like it's not supposed to be heard of me that I'm in a relationship.
Yeah.
So now when you now start to clock 20
and it will happen so
you're
fast.
Like very fast.
It happens so fast. You're just like
you're not like, hey, everybody's in a relationship. Oh
God. I know, you know what slaps? I could remember me and my roommate having a conversation recently, and then she was talking about how they were somewhere, and then they asked them that open the relationship started up. And then she was like, oh God, wait, let's be coming down. I don't seem to understand, like, people that you literally don't expect in the church. You never like she was actually having a conversation with somebody last weekend, and the person told her that we're not in the relationship. And this week,
the person is already in a relationship. More far.
You can't answer that. He said he was not in a relationship. Does not mean that weekend he cannot.
Wow.
And then she's like, what the?
Gay.
So the truth is that. Okay, let me just allow you to talk about the general thing.
The general thing of at that time, and when you start to clock 20, and we're talking about Christian girls, like Christian ladies now. So I even like the fact that it is Christian ladies, so we can all relate to this. Like, okay, now when you now start to have a walk with God, then that general, it is not yet time. Now becomes you know your own specific, like, okay, now I have a relationship with God. So now the person that is telling me that, okay, Amy, it's not yet time to go into relationship. Okay, I want you to do this, and do this. So when this time comes, you know you are supposed to be in a relationship. Now, for me now, it's not more a general thing. Like, I'm not more following the trend of at this age, let's be in a relationship. At this age, I shouldn't be in a relationship. Now I'm following the trend of, okay, this is actually in my walk with God. This is what God will have me do. So like I just feel like, so now from that general way of
thinking
doing
about
things,
it.
now you now come to a specific way of this is how God will have me do it.
Yes.
So now for me, it just translated like I just transitioned that way. Like okay, in 100 level I did guys, yes. But when I got to Troy level, I started to work with God, and I feel like okay,
this thing was not necessary
it's
right
not
now.
it's not time.
Yeah.
You know, you now have another longing for another thing than the boys. But if I was in a relationship then, it might not have even been bad. Sure, you understand? It might not have even been bad. But me now having a walk with God and having a relationship,
God giving you your own specific,
yes, my own
kind of time.
kind of time. So now I knew that okay, Amy, there's no time for relationship for now. So now in final level, now that I'm a final year student, it's not me being a final year student that
that's
makes
qualified
feel,
you.
that make me feel like
I
it's
can
time
do
for
this
relationship.
now.
No, I just feel like okay, no.
There's already like an inner approval.
Yes, that okay, Amy.
This thing is something that you can actually
like
do.
you can do this thing now.
Okay.
You know, and having knowledge, like having length over time. So I feel like it's just from a general way to a specific way. Like you have to know your own specific as a child of God, as a Christian lady, as a Christian girl. You have to know your own specific. Like okay, now. Okay, there's somewhere that there's a place I know that they said that if you're in 111, 211, you cannot be in a relationship except you are above 20. Like, okay, maybe you are off married. Like, okay, it's time for you to get married.
So it happens that you're 900.
You're not in 100 level, then you have to get into marriage. So, but I feel like even with that, if someone has a walk with God, if God says it's time, guy, it's time. You cannot say because of you're in 200 level now and God is telling you that it is time for marriage and you are, or it's time to be in a relationship and you're feeling like I'm too small. So it just depends. Because if I wanted to use an example like okay, let's not use our God's general. Can Ege married at the age of 19? Please excuse me. He married. He didn't go into relationship.
He walked down the aisle straight.
He walked down the aisle at 19, and he was still young. He was still 18. So I just use that as an example. Like, but it's because of when you have a walk with God,
there's no
you
pressure.
You begin
this
to
is what
know
I should be doing at this time.
You know, you begin to know the seasons of your life, and you know when it's not your time, and you know when it is time. You know when you start to, like okay, now there's just a knowing in you that
the same way you just know things, like it's just an inner approval that apart from the whole general thing you get, it's just like there's a approval within you.
Yes.
Okay, so the transition, now let's just summarize the answer. What I'm trying to say is that from transitioning into like okay, you're not of age, and okay, you get to a point where you now see that relationship is something like that I now actually need. The thin line occurs in when you understand that there's a general requirement, but there's also a specific requirement for me. I use an example of like the Bamido is you can see that the age at which different the brothers and this girl in their family, the age at which they got married was different. That Asimi got married like 23, and then normal someone who's 23 is actually early and everything like that. But when you understand that there's actually no template to this thing, it just takes away a lot of problems. I wanted to talk about something. She wanted to talk about how to manage your feelings for somebody that is already in the relationship. I feel like we've captured it in the last question. She wanted to talk about how to manage your feelings for somebody that is in a relationship, or how to manage a wrong feeling. Now, I really like this question because I would really like to balance it out. Although we are coming here to talk about Christian brothers and different things they do, as Christian sisters in quotes, as young girls in quotes, we all, because of the way we are wired, there are sometimes that you just like the wrong person. Like right from the beginning, like the reason for even liking this person was wrong. From scratch. Your reason for saying that, oh, I think I like Daniel, I think I can it was not on it. It was selfish. It was surrounded. You were the only thing that you only considered yourself and your pleasure when you were liking this person. So the truth is that as much as your emotions are valid, I would like to let you know that you can have wrong feelings, and that is where you need to start having honest conversations with yourself. God loves you so much that He wouldn't want you to make a mistake. He wouldn't want a guy to come to your life and hurt you, literally. So as God is trying to help you, put measures to help yourself. You to put measures to help yourself. Like we have said before, church is a hospital. Everybody there is literally sick. You have seen that with the way this guy behaves, there'll be something fundamentally wrong with his wiring. See, trust me. I don't take my word to heart, because I have a personal problem with this whole issue. But you just know from the way this guy is behaving in real life. in real life, and then you are still doing things to make him like you, or you're still doing things to make yourself like him. You're just hurting yourself, girl. You're just trying to hurt yourself. So as she has said, like, that's why we have God. That's why our defense now is God. You can literally come and have a conversation with him that I don't want to like this person. I know that these feelings I have for this guy is wrong, or you are liking somebody just because you want to be in that person's comfort. Only like you only like the physical part of this person. You literally know that you guys can't have reasonable conversation. I've literally seen relationships of Christian brothers and Christian sisters that the boy is so like open and exposed, and the girl is just in one corner, and the only thing that she knows is the small life that is hovering around her. You understand? And then the guy will be having his life, he'll have his friends, he'll have his everything, but the only thing that the girl have as achievement is that she's going to church and she has a boyfriend that is a Christian brother. I feel like it's cheating on your own part. Don't cheat yourself. Like, live life. Like the Bible says that a man is actually finding a wife. So I feel like in your living life, you are exposed to different things that make you a wife, such that he now finds you. Stop looking for a man to complete you.
I know that one safe. Don't look for. I feel
stop looking for a man to complete you.
No. If you cannot find a
pleasure in yourself, you cannot find satisfaction in yourself.
No matter the guy,
no matter,
you will not still find it. If you think like it's when you are in a relationship, you feel alive. You have to see. Ladies, you have to feel alive on yourself. I was even telling somebody today, like, I don't know, I'm just enjoying myself. I'm enjoying it a lot. Like, knowing that's okay, knowing that's fine. I know that's okay. Relationship is time, like, okay, it's near. But I still feel like I still want to enjoy this relationship, this single life.
Phase. Like, I can't do anything I want to do.
It is fun, ladies. I don't have to report myself to anybody. It is really fun. Like, you get to, now you're still thinking about just yourself alone, and you can easily, like, as Christian ladies, you can easily know, okay, this is what God. I'm not saying don't pray about your marriage. You should even start praying about your marriage from now. It is very important. Pray about your marriage. Pray about, okay, what will God know things about who you're going to marry. And again, I was even said I was going to talk about the fact that, see, it is very important that, see, Christian guys are not bad, sincerely, because that's even the best. Is in church is the best place to find a husband. Like, it's the best place. But it's actually how we feel like, there's a way you think of guys, and if you don't meet that in a guy, you feel like that guy is bad. No, that guy is actually not bad. It's the way you think of guys. Like, this is the way I feel like
a guy should be.
And now I'm not meeting that qualification in this guy. Then I start to think like, why is this guy like this? And sincerely, that qualification will meet another lady, and she's fine with it. She's perfectly fine. So no issue.
If you see somebody, even if he's in church, and then he has some traits that you think that he should have, and then he doesn't have it. It doesn't generally mean that okay, like Amy is already talking to me. It doesn't generally mean that this guy is not a Christian guy anymore. It just means that you people's values do not align.
That's
you guys. It's just like how in Christendom we have like different kind of churches, and there are some fundamental doctrines that different people have. That even if that guy is excellent, because of this thing, because the way he thinks about life, people cannot just can't just walk out. So it doesn't just mean that it takes off his spirituality.
Yes, it doesn't mean that he's a bad guy. It doesn't mean that is how all guys are. We are quick to say that is how all guys are. No, you don't use your experience with one guy to judge every other guy. If you don't have 1, 2, 3, 4.
Okay, so let's just put this in a wrap. There's one question I want to ask. Like, I think we're exhausted our questions, but there's just one I want to ask. What is your thoughts about the Christian relationship and PDA, public display of affection? Okay, let me just explain. Let me put the story to it. It's like, recently, I know that before now, our faith basically is one of those places that is very heavy on don't put your relationship out there. Trust me. It's one of those people that, like, it's one of the things that we really don't put our relationship out there. But like, there's a church that I know now that I won't want to mention, but because of the way they are pastoring, because of the way the leaders of the church are structured, they talk about their relationship a lot. They have some of them have Instagram pages where they share their relationship story and everything. It has encouraged the church members to literally not hide their partners. But I just feel like there's a thin line to it, because sometimes you can see that these people are in a relationship, and then the guy is all over the girl's page, the girl is all over the guy's page. What if it does not work out?
Oh, that one. I remember I was having a discussion with somebody that, okay, it was even a friend of mine. Like, he always posts this particularly. They were not even yet in a relationship.
Okay.
But he always posts this particularly on his status all the time. All the time. All the time. Now, it's not looking like it's not going to work. Like, this relationship is not going to work with this particular girl. So now, I legit told him that, now that you have posted this girl everywhere in your social media,
you have even made that people will even
run away from her. Please, you didn't need to do that if you were not sure
that you really like that,
or if you're not sure that this thing was going to work out.
But I feel like it's a slim line, because there's somebody that I know, I have on my WhatsApp, and then she has already been in a relationship when she was 20 with a particular person, and this is 4 years down the line. The guy has engaged her, like they're trying engaged to be married, and I know how much so many times she talked about the fact that, oh, different people are come and meet her, don't put him out there, you are an image that people are looking up to and everything. But she knew what God had told her about that her relationship. So when she was putting it out there, she was not scared.
Yes, that's what I am saying, that you have to be sure. Like, before you start to pull out your relationship out there, like, you have to be sure. You know, there's some people that like, okay, you know, different reasons why we get into a relationship. But when you have it come to a place of, you know, that this person, God said it, like, you know, apart from God even said it now, people still have to work it out physically, like your values. No, I heard God,
and I feel like putting your relationship out there, you should also consider your partner. Like, this relationship is a partnership thing. As much as you want to put your relationship out there, I feel like you should literally have a conversation with your partner and understand how comfortable they are with being out there. You understand? With being out there, I know that you evolve. Like, you can't just have it one day. You know, when they were talking about I think one Twitter chat talking about Christian relationship red flag, they now said that when you marry as a Christian brother and sister, you people don't need to open a YouTube channel. And I'm like, yes, I'm serious. It is just something that you just say Christian brother and sister. When they get married like this, maybe they've been having their relationship before now. Everybody just wants to open a channel and talk about their relationship and everything like that. And then somebody was like, you don't have to. You don't advise us.
But no, maybe those ones are.
No, I know that it came from a point of, people are taking it too extreme. But I just feel like, be sure that you are comfortable with this thing. We are Christians. There's an inner weakness that we have. The moment the Holy Spirit is not approving of that your action, if you have the supposed relationship with God, you are going to know.
You're going to know.
You're going to feel it.
You're going to know. So one thing I would just like to tell ladies, like, about this Christian relationship and all, is that, see, it is good that you have emotions. You know, we already said that your emotions are valid. But one thing I have learned over time is that when I start to like a guy, to avoid issues, to avoid story that touches, the first thing I do is I engage the guy, like, to an extent. If I don't, the first thing to even do when I notice that I like a guy, I start to pray about it, like, God, is this person? Because I don't want to just have that feelings, and within few weeks down the line, and I'm found in a pit of nothing is happening, and I mean, you're already tired of something. I just felt like I looked for a way that it was going to work, and I just felt like, okay, I was going to pray about it. If okay, probably then I start to engage the guy. Knowing you having a relationship with God, you know what God has probably, even though you don't know what God has said about your husband, you know your purpose. See, in this life, ladies, when we know our purpose, we get to know a man that is going to can work out
with us.
Like, not having a relationship with God, you get to know. So now knowing little things about probably what God has said about yourself and what God has said about your husband, you can pick a conversation with the guy, like,
and just check if those things it's something that it's just like as if when you look at the guy, just check if he has your non-negotiables. There are some things that as individuals are like very important for us, that no matter who we are with, those things are like our non-negotiables, that we just have to have it.
So when I started to have that conversation, I noticed that maybe God have told me I'm going to marry someone that is into the business world, and now this guy is coming to tell me that he's ministry. So it's just a red flag, like, this thing cannot work. So now you've not really gone down the line of having feelings for the guy. Now at the end of the day, you're not broken hearted, like, why did they? But now you can walk out of it immediately, like, because you know people can be friends, but that feelings it is easy to deal with,
because
knowing that
just
it cannot
starting.
happen, knowing that nothing can happen between the both of us. So I just feel like Christian ladies, we should just work on those things. Like, don't just be having feelings blindly. Like, don't have feelings. Don't just want to enjoy the moment of the time. It can really cause a lot in you. I just want to enjoy the moment of the time it calls, the time it, please see, let us just grow up. Don't always want to enjoy the moment of the time, because we always see it from the guys' like, is the guy is what, yes, what of you? You that you want to enjoy it. I just feel like it just comes from both sides. You work on it. Like, don't want to always enjoy the pleasure of the time. Like, it calls, you don't want to leave that thing.
Have
just
that
want
conversation
to,
and just
let's just
break yourself out and move on.
And if you now notice that maybe you've gone deep and it's hard to come outside, see, God loves us so much and is ready. In as much that thing is not going to work and he knows it's not going to work, he's going to help you out of it. He really is going to help you out of it. So it's not bad you have emotion. It's good. It shows that you are human. But it is also good that you are led. It is very important. As Christian ladies, though, these emotions things, we have to be led. Like, I'm not saying that you are led to like this guy. I'm just saying that even when you are liking this guy, make sure that you don't
go
just
out of the movement, like, you don't go out of the counsel of God because you're having feelings for a particular person.
So, and guys to have their own, but if we can be smart to know that, okay, this is what I have to do, then we don't always fall into the wrong hand all the time. We don't always fall into the wrong hand all the time. Guys have their own. They will not lie. I bet you said the guys have their own. No, yay, they have their own. No. But
okay, thank you very much for coming, for stopping by, Amy. If this is your first time here, if you stay to this point, oh, you're a real MVP. And if this is your first time here, please like, please subscribe, and if you want to have like more of these videos, just let us know in the comment section, so I can invite more people to like just talk about it. So thank you very much for stopping by. Catch you guys in my next one. Bye.